Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Varudhini Kankipati, a counseling psychologist. Last week, I had 2 requests about how to help a partner who is going through depression. So this was a topic that came to my mind. I'm like, yeah, this is a good topic to talk to everybody about. And so today we're going to spend a little bit of time and talk about what it is like to go through a relationship where a partner is going through depression, and what are the steps that you need to take if your partner is going through depression. How can you support them, and more importantly, how do you support yourself? So there are a couple of things that we can do proactively if our partner is going through depression. The first thing you need to understand is when your partner is going through depression, that is their journey, and you need to understand where the boundary line is. If you know that your partner is going through depression, 1, is your partner aware that they have depression? 2, are they ready to seek help for the depression? And 3, are they able to communicate what they're going through with you? This is very important for you to establish right in the beginning, so that you know how to handle the depression, because you don't live in isolation. Even if your partner is going through depression, you're at the receiving end of how that impacts you and how it impacts the relationship. So the first thing we need to do is, how do we take care of ourselves and how do we support our partner? The first is to make sure that your partner is seeking the right treatment. Be that with the psychiatrist, be that with the counselor, or be that with the added support around. Which means that you cannot be in a bubble where you think you are enough of a support for your partner. It would be really helpful for the partner to have their family and also your close friends to be involved in understanding that, your partner's going through something, and that this is all how we can give the right type of support. So first thing is, when we educate ourselves, we need to understand, what is depression? How does it manifest? How does it, what's the treatment plan for it? And also, please go consult the psychiatrist and even the therapist and have those discussions with them on how you can support your partner. At the same time, I highly recommend that you go for therapy yourself, so that you have a different vent to be able to talk about what is happening to you, how you're dealing with it, how you can change things to help yourself and your partner. So that's a very important part of it. So the one question I always get in the beginning of the relationship, when you start to understand your partner is going through depression, is how you start to feel a sense of rejection. This rejection is really, really important, because it starts to make you feel like either your partner's lost interest in you, or that you did something wrong, or that you're not good enough. These are a couple of things that you kind of start thinking about, because you see that your partner has emotionally withdrawn themselves. And how do they emotionally withdraw themselves? By not really wanting to spend time with you, by not wanting to communicate much with you, by not wanting to be intimate with you, and not wanting to be physically around you. And so what happens is you're left thinking, did I do something wrong? Am I saying something wrong? Am I not good enough? Has my partner lost interest in me? And you start to assume a lot of things about yourself. And so the first rule is, I know this is a hard one, but you've got to not take it personally. You've got to understand that it's your partner going through something, and that it has nothing to do with you. By eating right, sleeping right, working out, enjoying your work, make sure that you do not ignore your own needs of feeling self-love and self-fulfillment, and understanding that while your partner is going through their treatment, you need to be able to not ignore yourself. Investing in yourself by eating right, sleeping right, working out, enjoying your work. Make sure that you do not ignore your own needs. There is one concept that a lot of people will attest to, which is that you feed off of each other's energy. There is one concept that a lot of people will attest to, which is that you feed off of each other's energy. And if you're not careful, your partner's depression becomes the energy of the whole house. And when that happens, you start also feeling the depressive signs as well. So if you start to feel like, oh, I'm losing a little bit of interest, I'm not feeling like I want to go and talk to friends or socialize, then please stop and think, okay, this is not right. I'm feeding off of the energy here and I need to do something about it. So the energy that you create around will make a big influence on how you are dealing with the depression in the house as well. Another point is, a lot of people ask me, well, how long does the depression last if I have, or the partner has depression? Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for that. There are so many things that could be playing into why your partner is going through depression, and so it's so hard for us to estimate how long it's going to take, whether it's going to leave the person or when. And so when you know that when someone's going through something and we don't indefinitely know when it's going to end, you need to remember that, okay, assume that this is going to be there for a while, and so you're going to be active in making sure that you're taking care of yourself, and keep communication open to asking your partner what is it that you're doing and not doing that is either helpful or not helpful in the process of the depression. So wrapping up all these points, if you have a partner who has depression, number one rule, make sure that your partner is aware that they're going through depression, get the help they need. You need to educate yourself on what depression is and how to help him and yourself. Do not ignore yourself. Understand that their emotional withdrawal is not a personal reflection on you. Keep the lines of communication open with your partner. Make sure that you don't feed off of the energy, because depression can tend to spread. So make sure that you have a good support system that livens things up. Make sure that you keep going on with your life, eating right, sleeping right, doing all of those things, okay? And also get your help. Go seek a therapist so that you are not left alone in this journey. This is not an easy thing to go through, but remember that it is a form of illness, and if you look at it that way, there is always things that we can do to help each other and make sure that we don't let something override us. Now, in case you do feel that you're not able to handle your partner's depression and it is influencing your life too adversely, before you make any decisions, seek professional help so that you can clarify and kind of clear out what you're going through, what are the challenges, to make sure you're making the right call for you. Being in or out of the relationship, please remember that you need to be honest in the relationship so that you can be exactly who you need to be, and so the relationship is more healthy than unhealthy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this information is of importance or has struck a chord with a lot of you, because I think a lot of focus is always on the person going through depression, but we don't really know how it impacts the people around and what they can do to make sure that they're also in a good space. So thank you for joining me. If you do like what you heard, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks guys, take care, bye.